The Poetry of James Russell Lowell. An Introduction. James Russell Lowell was born on 22nd of February 1819 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Lowell graduated from Harvard in 1838 and then on to earn a law degree from Harvard Law School. His literary life began in 1841 with his first published collection of poetry. 3 years later he married Maria White, and they had several children, although sadly only one was to survive childhood. A consuming issue at the time was the abolition of slavery. Lowell was a staunch supporter, even going so far as to move to Philadelphia to edit an abolitionist newspaper. His poems were fully in support of emancipation and the ending of this terrible abomination. His later views were milder and came in for some criticism. His publication in 1848 of the long poem, A Fable for Critics, satirizing the poets and critics of the then current poetry scene, caused an uproar. That same year came the Biglow Papers, which increased his fame and his finances. His use of the Yankee accent in his characters' dialogue was an inspiration for many. Maria died in 1853, and Lowell decided to travel to Europe sometime, before returning to Harvard to take up professorship of languages. In 1857 he remarried and also took on the editorship of that key periodical, The Atlantic Monthly, while continuing to teach at Harvard. Lowell wrote and published poetry and essay collections throughout his literary career, and is acknowledged as one of the Fireside Poets, a group of New England poets that rivaled the popularity of British poets. Their work was not controversial and suitable for whole families to enjoy, hence their name and appeal. Whilst Lowell's own work does not now attract the same praise as his then contemporaries, he was their equal. Towards the end of his life, Lowell was appointed as ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain and later to the Court of St. James's. His last years were a return home to his estate in Cambridge, Massachusetts. By the summer of 1891, doctors had diagnosed cancer in his kidneys, liver, and lungs. There was nothing that they could do except prescribe opium for the pain. James Russell Lowell died on the 12th of August 1891 on the Cambridge estate where he was also born. He was 72.
Columbus by James Russell Lowell. The cordage creaks and rattles in the wind. With whims of sudden hush, the reeling sea now thumps like solid rock beneath the stern, now leaps with clumsy wrath, strikes short, and falling, crumbled to whispery foam, slips rustling down the broad backs of the waves, which jostle and crowd to fling themselves upon that unknown shore. They're used familiar since the dawn of time, whither this foredoomed life is guided on to sway on triumph's hushed, aspiring poise, one glittering moment, then to break fulfilled. How lonely is the sea's perpetual swing, the melancholy wash of endless waves, the sigh of some grim monster undescried, fear painted on the canvas of the dark, shifting on his uneasy pillow of brine. Yet night brings more companions than the day to this drear waste. New constellations burn, and fairer stars, with whose calm height my soul finds nearer sympathy than with my herd of earthen souls, whose vision's scanty ring makes me its prisoner to beat my wings against the cold bars of their unbelief, knowing in vain my own free heaven beyond. O God, this world, so crammed with eager life, that comes and goes and wanders back to silence, like the idle wind, which yet man's shaping mind can make his drudge to swell the longing sails of highest endeavor. This mad, unthrift world, which every hour throws life enough away to make her deserts kind and hospitable, lets her great destinies be waved aside by smooth, lip-reverent
Sample complete. Ready to continue?